Aloha, 7th graders. I just wanted to show you guys your assignment for today. It's pretty short on the note side, but I just wanted to go through it and go through a couple examples with you guys and then show you what your worksheet for the day looks like. So our focus for today is going to be phylogenetic trees. So at the end of today, you should be able to interpret the phylogenetic trees and be able to tell me the taxonomic rank of organisms, or see how closely related things are, and just answer questions based on the relationship of animals. Okay, so if you're in teams today, your assignment looks like this. You will see soon a little video attached for you guys to watch in case you were absent or you missed it. That is coming soon as I am filming it right now. So here's Thursday's assignment for all A, B, and DLI kids. Okay. So first things first, you guys need to go ahead and add this picture into your notes. So you guys can just right click this one today and hit copy image. Go into your notebook and paste it using Control V. And obviously you guys are pasting under the life section, the Phylogenic Trees page. Okay, so to go over things, phylogenetic trees are a diagram or a tree that shows relationships between living organisms based on similar and different characteristics. The great thing about them is they show taxonomic rank. So if you look back to Tuesday's assignment, you guys can see our taxonomic rank is this system here: domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. So it's our way of taking an organism and classifying it based on different characteristics. And then we can use these to see how closely related they are. Okay? So we can see which organisms share parts of their taxonomic rank. So if we go back and say, all right, we have two organisms and they share the same domain and they share the same kingdom, are they more closely related than two organisms that share the same domain, kingdom, and phylum? Okay, so the one that shares more parts of their taxonomic rank are going to be more closely related. Okay, so we'll be able to see that as well. So when we think about a phylogenetic tree, it's really kind of like a fancy biology family tree. It's really not that complicated, except we have some different vocab that we're using. So let me just show you a picture of an example of a phylogenetic tree that I just drew up. It's not the most neat and organized thing, but this is an example. So we can start. It looks like all the organisms we talk about, all 4 of them here, all fall under the domain Eukarya. So they all share that they are complex, multi-celled, and then they're all in kingdom Animalia, so we know they have to eat to consume. They have to find their food, put it in their bellies, and then eat it to get their energy that way. Okay, they also are all in the same phylum. So these 4 organisms, which looks like are a horse, a howler monkey, a orangutan, and a human, all share the same phylum as well because they all have a spinal cord or a vertebrae. Okay, then from here, it looks like they also all have the same class. They're in class Mammalia because they give live birth, and they feed, they nurse their young, and they have fur and all that other jazz. Okay, so from here, we're going to see that we have different orders. So they all share the same class, so they're related up until class, but it looks like here we have, if we look at the horse, a different order, a family, a genus, and a species that are all different from these other organisms, okay? The other 3 organisms all share the same order, so they all belong to order primates. So we're looking at the howler monkey, the orangutan, and the human being all share the same order, okay? From there, it looks like the howler monkey branches off into a different family, whereas the human and the orangutan share the same family, so they're both in Hominidae. Okay, and then we can see this is where these 2 species split. So genus Homo and species Sapien, that's a human, so Homo sapien. And over here we got a different genus, genus Pongo, and species Borneo. So a Pongo Borneo is an orangutan, that's its scientific name. Okay, so we can look and some questions we might ask could be like a true false, which you'll see in your worksheet today. That might say something like, all horses belong to the family Mammalia. Okay, that one would be false because Mammalia is their class. Okay, so it might be something that just switches around parts of the taxonomic rank. We might see something that says all orangutans are primates. Okay, that would be true because we can see that if you're orangutan, you're under the order primate. It might say something like, all mammals are humans. No, that's not true. We know there's other types of mammals. So you'll see a lot of different questions there. You can also ask relationships. So we can say, which is more closely related? A human and orangutan, or an orangutan and a howler monkey? Okay, I'll give you guys a second to think about that answer, which is more closely related, the human and the orangutan, or the orangutan and the howler monkey? Okay, your answer is the human and the orangutan because they share the same family, whereas the orangutan and the howler monkey only share the same order. And order is a less specific categorization of these animals. Okay, so the further they are down as far as branching, the closer they are related. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at today's assignment. So today's assignment looks like this. You guys have this phylogenic tree here, so where everything's in kingdom Animalia. And you can see we have a couple different phylums, phylum Mollusca, phylum Arthropoda, phylum Chordata. So 3 different phylums, and then from there we keep branching and have different classes, and then some we get really familiar with and go clear down to genus and species. Okay, so you'll have that on every page. First section is true or false. So let's just do a couple of these here. Let's do number 4. Lions belong to the class Mammalia. So if we go up here and we find lions, here we go, there's our lion, and we kind of work backwards. We got genus, family, order, class. So here is our class. Class Mammalia, is that what the question said? Lions belong to the class Mammalia, true. Okay, so you guys would choose true for that. Okay, let's do these ones. So when you have these ones that start with all, make sure you guys are considering everything that's an arthropod. Okay, let's do this one. All rodents belong to the phylum Chordata. So you guys won't see rodent directly in this. Okay, so first of all, here's the phylum Chordata. But you guys will see this order Rodentia. So those are your rodents. Okay, so if we look, rodents belong to class Mammalium and phylum Chordata. So I'll let you guys go ahead and choose what the answer is on that one. So all rodents belong to the phylum Chordata. Let's look at this one. All primates are mammals. So if we find primates on here, so primates are right here, order primates. Do they belong to class Mammalia? So is it true that all primates are mammals? Okay, we also have an opposite to that question here. All mammals are primates. So if we go back up to the picture and find mammals, so class Mammalia, are they all primates? So you would look above them and see, all right, we got phylum Chordata, kingdom Animalia. Is there anything about primates there? So your answer would be false. Okay. See if there's any other good ones I can go through here. So you guys can kind of sort through these. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm just going to go through and click false on all of these, even though that might not be the correct answer, just so I can move on to the next section and show you. Okay, give me just a minute. All right, next section, you guys are looking at how closely related something is. So you have 2 options that show you a pair. So which pair is most closely related? So in the first one, you have a snake and a crocodile, or a snake and the frog. So what you want to do is find each pair. So if we see, all right, here is a snake and a crocodile, it looks like they share the same class, versus a snake and a frog, it looks like we go clear back to phylum Chordata. So they only share the same phylum. This one that shares the same class, the snake and the crocodile, are more closely related. They have more in common because they're both reptiles. So your answer to that one would be a snake and a crocodile. Okay, so same thing with the rest of these. Find each pair and find out where they branch. If they branch closer to the animals, they're more closely related. And if they branch further up the taxonomic rank, then they're less closely related. Okay, I'm just going to go through and check answers on these. These aren't necessarily the right answers. I'm just going to advance us to the next section. Your last section is just one class, and I'll put the species up here for you. But it says, use only the specific name of all the animals pictured that belong in the Felidae family. Hint, you should only have written 4 words. Use the species only, not genus. So you guys only have one. So use the species name and list all of the animals pictured that belong in the Felidae family. So let's go ahead and find our Felidae family. So we're going to find all the species that fit under that family. So it looks like we have genus Panthera and genus Felis. Under genus Panthera, we have the lion and the tiger. And under the genus Felis, we have the cougar and the house cat. Okay, we're just using a species name though, so we're not going to say lion, tiger, cougar, or house cat. We're going to use their species name. Right now, you can see their genus is Panthera. So this is this word right here, Panthera, Panthera. We just want the species name. So for this lion, I would write Leo. For this tiger, I would write Tigris. So I'm going to let you guys do the other two, looking at what we have for which one of these names is species. Okay, so look at what your genus is, and then use that to help you figure out what your species name is. So in total, you should only have written 4 words. Okay, so go ahead, type in your 4 words there, and then hit submit. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I miss seeing your faces.